Hello, it's Sophie here and a warm welcome to this video. Now, entitled Plan for 2021 in 3 simple steps is just that. I'm going to walk you through how you can set up and plan your forthcoming year in just 3 simple steps. So if you love the content of my videos, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell to get notified every single time I post a new video. Now, in my experience, whether that's life, finance, or business planning, lots of us artists are incredibly resistant really to any form of planning. So if that's you, I totally understand. This video aims to break down that, and I'm hoping will give you a bit of an insight to a simple way of getting started. So in my experience, planning is the only tool, however, that is going to give me the freedom to create, to make, to sell, to build a business, to serve my clients, to run a membership program, build online courses, and of course have a life as well. And I couldn't do that if I didn't have everything planned. So it's going to save you hours of time and likely hundreds of dollars in mistakes as well. So how are we going to get started? Let's take a look at my 3 simple steps for planning for this coming year, 2021. Or guess what? It's going to work for any year. Actually, it doesn't need to be just 2021. All right, so the 3 simple steps look like this. Number 1 is get crystal clear on your vision and your goal. Now, I know you've likely heard this a million times over, but my question to you is, have you actually achieved it? Because when I ask my artists, either in my Art Business Academy or artists I've met over the last few years, to get really clear, what is it you really want for next year? I get answers like, to build my business, to make more money, to make more sales. And I've got to let you know that that is not a crystal clear goal, plan, or vision, all right? It doesn't really tell us what you've achieved, whether you've achieved anything or not achieving anything. So the really important part of this step number 1 is the crystal clear part. All right, so you've got to really think about what is it you really want. And I want to make sure that it lights you up as well. Don't just write down a goal or a vision for the year that just says, yeah, I'm going to sell more of my artwork, which we know doesn't work, but we'll come to a better formula in a minute. Just really think about what it is that you really want to achieve. Maybe start even with a bigger vision. Start with something 10 years out, then 5 years out, then bring it back to, well, what do I need to achieve this year to get me towards that big, exciting vision? So the way to kind of write it really is to make sure, of course, that it's a SMART goal, that we know it's measurable, it's got a date on it. We know exactly the fact that you've achieved it or not achieved it. So for example, that make more sales is not a vision or a goal. You could write a vision that you want to, of course, make more sales, and how is that going to look, and where are you going to do it, and how will you know when you've achieved it? But a way that you could write it down in a simple sentence would be something like this. So sell over $100,000 or pounds of my original artwork by having 2 key exhibitions a year, 5 online outlets, and a solid marketing plan. So now we know, all right, you've got an amount of money that's very measurable. We know whether you've achieved it or not. We've said how you're going to do it. You're going to have 2 key exhibitions that's likely going to make you a good chunk of that money, and you're going to put your work in 5 online outlets. And of course, you're going to have a solid marketing plan to get you there. So first task, get crystal clear on what you want, write it down in a sentence. So that's step 1. Step 2 is you're going to create a simple year plan for that vision and goal so that you have a way of getting from where you are now to achieving that. Now, I love this step because if you've not done a lot of planning before, or if you're that person that's super resistant, You know, there's a lot of easy ways of doing it, and this is one of them. So I have lots and lots and lots of tools and tricks and tips and teaching around planning, but I thought I'm just going to teach you the one way that I think is going to help you get a little bit fired up, a little bit excited, and will be doable in a short period of time. So the first thing you're going to do is you're either going to buy yourself or you're going to make yourself a year planner. Now there are lots of places online where you can download a year plan. You can even go to Excel or Word document and you can get a template and you can get a year planner. Don't spend hours, wanting the right one or using that as an excuse to stop you moving forward. Just get a year planner and let's get to the next step. So you're going to first off work in pencil or post-it notes if you've got one of those shiny planners, because at this point you're going to want to move things around. You're not ready to set it in stone just yet. All right, now I want you to think of that vision, that goal that you set yourself for the year, and I want you to start writing down all the steps, projects, things that you need to do to get yourself there. So we've got 2 key exhibitions, so likely we're going to need to create some artwork. We're going to need to find a location for those exhibitions. We've got to find those 5 online outlets. So each of that we need to have work ready to go online. We might need upgrade a website. We might need to get a better version of our artist statement. We know we need to make a solid marketing plan. So that's a project in itself. Maybe we need to do social media. Maybe we need to do PR. So you break it all down. What am I going to need to get me there? Maybe I'm going to need to get really good with my money. Maybe I need to get some education around finance. So all of these different things are projects. Well, likely they're projects, like if they have a start and an end, they're a project, or some of them will be ongoing. But a lot of those things I've mentioned, you're going to do it once and you're going to move on. So they kind of fit in the project sort of a folder. All right, so now I want you to think about those ongoing tasks. What do you need to do all the time? You need to do that marketing plan. You need to take action on that. It might be that you're going to put Instagram in there. That's something I need to do all the time. On my email list, I need to do that all the time, my mailing list. All right, so then we're going to start thinking about by putting those into the months. So here's where it starts to get tough. So you've kind of got an idea and you could take a rough piece of paper and write down those ideas. Now you need to either write them in pencil or on sticky notes and assign them to the months. When do I need to do this by? What needs to be done first? Do I need to get the venues for these 2 exhibitions done in what month? When do I need to create the collections for those exhibitions? When should I get the 5 online outlets? So each project or ongoing thing that you've decided you need to do, you need to slot it into the months. And you're going to fill it out in such a way where you're not really going to think about it. You're just going to grab that pencil or that post-it note and you're going to say, okay, I need a better website. So website upgrade. Do I need to do that first? And you put it maybe in January, and then you look at February. What do I need to do? Do I need to create some more artwork? Do I need to do that before the website? Do I need to move them around? And you're going to keep going until you've got at least one thing in each month. Now, here's where it gets tricky. My example is very often, my experience is that a lot of times us creatives, we like to do more than one thing. And I put my hand up to that immediately. So we want to make sure that there's really only one thing that you're doing in the month, and apart from the ongoing. So the ongoing things will appear all the time. But project-wise, start to finish, it needs to happen in a month or over 2 months, not 3, 4, 5 projects. You're not going to create an online course and build a website and launch a new product line in 1 month. You have to decide in which month you're going to place these things. Now, I'm going to let you know you are going to need to be ruthless. All right, you're not going to get everything done likely that you want to do. And we have to remember that everything takes longer than you think it's going to do. So if you say, oh, that's okay, I could do 2 of those in a month. What if you just chose one of the 2 things and you said, okay, I'm going to let that be in a month. Maybe you look at a project and you think, that's going to take me 2 or 3 months. So I'm going to kind of mark that out over 2 or 3 months, but I'm not going to go back in and put another project in that month as well. All right. So the projects sit in the months one a month or one every 2 months, and then the ongoing things like the marketing, the tasks that, building your business, you can just jot as ongoing. All right, so that's really what else have we got to do? All right, so in the being ruthless, you need to remember that some things, they don't need to go all together. So if you've written on post-it notes, or you've written down and you've gone, oh my God, I've got like 15 things in 12 months. Could 5 things just wait till next year? So that's what I mean by being ruthless. Get rid of the stuff that you really don't need, or it could happen next year and you put it aside knowing you're going to add it into 2022. All right, so that's step 2. Step 1, reminder, get crystal clear on your vision and goal. Step 2, create a simple year plan. And I'm saying you can do that in around 15 minutes easily. You just write down the things, choose which month they're going to go in. The longer you take over this, the more you're allowing your mind to say, oh, but if, maybe, when. You just need to go with it and go with your gut a little bit more. Like, okay, that can probably wait. Hey, I need to do this thing before that thing. Now suddenly 6 months are gone. Well, okay, I guess the thing I wanted to also do in February will have to wait till August, right? The year goes really quickly, so just do it. Put a timer on, see if you can do it in 15 minutes. Let me know in the comments below whether you managed it, all right? Say, hey, I did it in 15 minutes, worked really, really well, or I got into the detail and it all took a little bit longer. All right, step 3, you need to choose a simple system to keep on track. All right, so you've got your vision, your goal, you've now plotted everything out over the year, when you're going to do what, but you need a way to track it. So here's some sort of ideas or tools that you can use to track your simple planning. So you could simply use something like spreadsheets. If you're good with spreadsheets, you could plot out your projects on spreadsheets and keep them in Dropbox or Google Drive. You could keep an online diary, and you could actually allocate in different colors, different diaries, and say, this is when I'm going to do this. You could just do the whole thing on a diary system. You could use project management apps. There are so many out there, but we like things like Trello, Asana, Basecamp, those sorts of things. Then you want to use like breaking down, and you want to use like a month and week planners as well, so that you're breaking that big picture down. So again, really easy to do it online, or to use project management tools will help you do all of that. And then of course you're going to need your artist's business plan as well. I've been talking an awful lot about that, so dig around, I'll put some resources below. And a simple marketing plan. And especially for the example we've just given you, we're setting up 2 exhibitions, we've got some online outlets, we've got a big finance goal, so we're going to need a red hot marketing plan. So look out, we've got some videos coming up in the next few weeks where I'm going to dive into what goes into your marketing plan, how you're going to do that. All right, some of us like the hard copy. So if you're a person a bit like me, then chances are you will also be printing off this and creating a folder for yourself where you've got that year planner, where you've got month by month planners, and you can simply flick through your folder and say, right, I'm in February, this is what I'm doing in February. Oh, and a quick check, that's what I'm doing in March, April. All right, so you could be the hard copy person, or you could be the person that doesn't want to print and he keeps it all in a folder. Either works for you. Whatever works for you best is the way to go. All right, so if you would like to get support and help, and you'd like to hang out with like-minded artists just like yourself and kind of chat about all things business, we have a free Facebook group called Business for Artists. So I will put a link below this video where you can join that. We'd love to have you over there. Of course, there are a few rules you need to abide by. It's a conversation platform, not a place to post your stuff, but we're creating a global platform of artists all looking to build a profitable business. So if you've loved this bit of planning, you want to know how to build a business, then come on over and join us in that group. As I say, we'd love to see you there. Alrighty, thank you so much for watching this video. Look out for the next ones to come. I think we're talking all about staying visible next time. So don't forget, if you want to keep getting the content, subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell to tell me that you've liked this video. Maybe give me a thumbs up as well. All right, thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.